Partner of 9 years, fiancé cheated, attempted reconciliation gone awry. The early morning of my brother's wedding, I heard a ding from her phone. Saw it was from a friend of hers that we had prospected as potential Thr esome partner a couple weeks prior. I did what I had never done in my life until that point. I spied on her phone to see if she said anything about it to him. I scrolled down through their texts and came across one from him that was absolutely paralyzing. Something along the lines of, "I'm not the type to just hit it and quit it and not talk about it." I figured out a lot in a short amount of time through their texts and also of texts to her best friend and mother. This apparently happened 3 weeks prior, just days after we had put money down and set a date at our wedding venue. She invited him over to hang out at 9 p.m. I've been told from her previously that their relationship consisted of being good friends on and off since age 4 and platonic beyond one attempted kiss in high school. She was at her mother's house in her hometown for something in prep for a cousin's wedding she is the maid of honor for. She had told her mother that he was coming over to hang out for a bit and thought nothing of the ordinary. In the text she had lied to him, saying she told me about everything. She lied, talking with her mother and best friend, that he and her had only kissed and that she'd told me about everything when she had not. Both of us had responsibilities for brother's wedding. I was the best man and DJ, and she was the officiant. While sitting in that hotel bed, I decided to get my journal and start writing to vent while I determined what I was going to do. I decided that I was going to do everything in my power to make the best day possible for my brother and his wife and suck it up before I confronted her when we got home the following day. I literally put on an act that entire day to be cheery, not make a scene. That whole day was a torture chamber. From her saying what was prepared, being an officiant, to all my family coming up at different points throughout complimenting her performance and being exited for our wedding the following year. Being DJ throughout helped pass some time, but I ended up getting too drunk and got pretty sick in the wee hours of the night, obviously because of what was going on. We had driven to the wedding separately, and the next morning I got a head start to write a letter out to her that I'd confront her with when she got home. I had decided that I was wanting to reconcile for 2 main reasons, whether reasonable or not. Our relationship has spanned 9 years, and that 5 years previously I broke up with her because I was having sort of a mental breakdown shift and needed a break from the relationship. I don't think I handled that situation break for the 3 months that year the best, so somehow I think I put the idea in my head that she deserved another chance like she had given me because of how heartbroken I left her from the previous breakup. Apologize if this is confusing, my mind has been pretty muddled the past 4 months. I made demands in the letter. Among them was to apologize to her mom and best friend about lying to them. That we'd find a couples therapist and go as soon as possible. Another demand was that I'd confront the wife of the friend she slept with if he didn't reveal the truth to her himself. I needed to know exactly what happened, if this was the only time, and why the hell she hadn't told me what happened. Going into the confrontation, I wasn't 100% sure that I was gonna still move forward, saying I wanted to stay together. I had a couple scenarios in my head. If she avoided the conversation, left, or wouldn't explain everything, I was done. But if I felt she was authentic and followed through with demands, we'd at least be on thin ice for a bit until couples therapy. When she got home, I immediately confronted her, sat her down and had her read the letter. After reading a couple lines, she tried to divert. "Can we talk about this?" I didn't concede and said, "If you have any respect left for me, read what I wrote and then we can talk." A page in, she started bawling and crying her eyes out. And that continued through all 6 pages. After she got herself together, I asked the couple direct questions and demands. It had only been the one time. He was venting about how bad his life had been lately, no intimacy from his wife for 6+ months, 2 DUIs, lost job, and then came on to her and she eventually had reciprocated. No protection was used. I asked about the Thr esome idea. She was using the Thr esome idea as a way to feel less guilty about cheating. Yeah, I know, some incredible logic there. The reasoning of why she cheated was not really logical either. She said he was really vulnerable with her in that moment, when to me it just sounded like he was saying how much his life sucked and she felt bad for him. She said she held off telling me because I had previously told her cheating was an ironclad deal breaker and that she was talking with her therapist, getting her affairs in order if I broke up with her. I originally wasn't going to have her bar contact with him, but 2 weeks after I confronted her, He told everything to his wife and cut all contact with my fiancé. In addition, his parents cut contact too, who she was good friends with for most of her life. That day I got a FB message from his wife saying my fiancé had cheated on me with her husband. We had a long conversation about everything. She was kicking him out for an unspecified amount of time and having their 2 kids stay with her. It was relieving in a way talking to someone going through the same thing as myself, and I had agreed with her for them to have barred contact. For 2 months after the confrontation, things went well. We were very open to each other, talked more, were more intimate, did more things together and started couples therapy. But it didn't last, unfortunately. She revealed in couples therapy that the idea of a break separation came to mind recently and that she might need a break to try to understand why she did what she did and whether she truly wanted to get married, see a future with me. A week after that, she confronted me saying she wanted to move forward with that, and would look for a relative to stay with. For a 2-week period she talked with relatives and eventually went to stay with her sister. She's unemployed at the moment, which I believe attributed to why she needed to figure some things out on her own. Another red flag of mine is how obsessed she has gotten about astrology lately, like she's lost in it or something. Even though I was extremely frustrated with this situation, I granted her that wish. The last 3 weeks in this separation I've been pretty up and down, but I think I've come to terms that I'll be okay if she doesn't want to move forward in our relationship. On my side of things, while being apart, I've reviewed everything so far and can't get past the fact that the cheating happened just days after we reserved a wedding venue. I know I didn't deserve any of this and am still licking my wounds. I also just hate how she's the one that's been in decision mode on whether if she wants to stay or not right now. I surprisingly haven't been suspicious or untrusting at all that she's cheated on me any other times with him or anyone else, but that could just be tunnel vision cause I'm stupid and somehow don't currently have major trust issues. I've had some good support from a couple relatives and close friends and have been seeing my own therapist for the last 3 months, so I at least have a good support system currently. A cheating partner is something someone should never have to go through and something I personally definitely didn't prepare for, and I'm just doing the best I possibly can given the current situation. If this doesn't work out, I know I will be okay. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, TBH, yeah, she is directly taking control because you outwitted her. She would never have told you. And would have gone back for more. Take the advice of others, walk. Send her a message saying I've had a think and realized this isn't going to work. I have a box of your things your sister can pick up when she can swing by next. I wish you all the best of luck. Then cut contact. Puts you in the decision seat, means she can't spin the narrative of we just weren't compatible. You'll feel less of a victim then. And can say you agree with her, but still be the one to pull the trigger. With her it's about the power and control. Probably the venue was her trigger, the sense of being trapped and no control. So the cheating was her rationalized way of controlling something. This separation is her new way. And it shows you your future. Being tugged along if she decides to remain with you. Don't let her. She made her choice. She crossed the line she knew was your boundary. Then tried to frame it in a different way to make herself less of a villain. You deserve better. Redditor 2, why do you want to marry her? Why is it her decision? Why are you okay with her cheating before you even married her? She is the cheater. Why is she not begging you for forgiveness? Nope. I would walk. Redditor follow up, exactly. Problem with us betrayed chumps is we take weight of both partners. Exactly, she should be begging for forgiveness. This is not him problem, this is her problem. She's the problem, not him. However, if he continues to allow it, then it gets muddy. Redditor 3, why did you consider a Thr esome with a married man? Op answer, she lied at the time saying they were non-monogamous. After talking with his wife she was crystal clear there was nothing of the sort. Redditor 4, she cheated on you just days after putting a down payment on your wedding venue? You should expect that this isn't going to work out. The period leading up to the wedding should be when one is on their best behavior, and if this is the best she can do, why would you ever trust her? She only came forward once she was caught. She was never going to tell you. She even made plans to alleviate her guilt without confessing.